Hello and welcome to more Team Fight Tactics. Let's see here, we got Urgot. Urgot dredges you up some loot from a highly varied pool each stage. Sounds good to me. I have been seeing your guys' comments, and a few of you have been mentioning that you weren't even aware of TFT or you never cared for it, but you enjoy watching my games, and that means a lot to me. So I'm going to try and get better for you guys. For you at home, that's right, I'm talking about you. Alright, thank you for watching, etc. Let's see how it goes. So we have a Seraphim here, which is techie. I've played a little bit of techie. I don't think I like it. I kind of struggle with it. There are some characters that are pretty good on it, like Viger you can build if you're level 3, and then you get like late game with Mordekaiser and stuff, but I feel like I kind of struggle on the character unless I get some kind of early emblem or I can get a hefty number on the field fast, so we probably won't be going that route. We do have an early 3 Slayer Senna, and I have been wanting to try a Slayer Senna for damage, but I don't think we're going to do it today. We'll see what gets thrown our way first. Okay, so we have Kendi, Ski, Jax. So we got Kindred, Shaco, Jax. Decent frontline right now. A couple of options. While I'm here, I actually have been uploading some Mecha Bellum content on my YouTube as well. And for those that don't know what it is, it's basically StarCraft auto chess, right? Obviously, it's not StarCraft, but it's that type of idea with mechs and whatnot, very futuristic sci-fi type of battles. I highly recommend you guys check it out. I think it's a great game, and I think it's really fun to watch as well if you give it a chance. So if you could do me a favor, check out those videos and like and subscribe them as well if you do enjoy them, that'd be awesome. I'm trying to see if that's a game that I want to continue putting effort into. But if not, no worries. I'm going to try and switch in a few more games, play them on Mondays, you know, kind of go from there. Okay, we're about to figure out what our first augment is, and then we will pick that bad boy up. And it seemed like most people after my last video did enjoy music in the background, so good to hear. Lunch Money we've already played, but I don't really have a good foundation for that. Your team gains attack speed. Each round afterwards, they gain more. Ooh, interesting. After 3 players are eliminated, gain 92 gold. Well, I would need to have a good front line to do that. Let's roll on both these and see what we get. Each round, gain 2 free rolls if you do not buy a champion. Enemies have 20% chance to drop loot. Spoils of war. You know what? Let's go for Survivor. Let's go for Survivor and try to have a strong early game here. Ooh, get a couple of echoes. We also get a support item anvil. Look at that. Okay. Let's sell Kindred and Shaco. Let's put you on the field here. LeBlanc. And then Echo here. That'll give me Strategist, which makes my front line a little bit more durable and makes Cypher pretty strong. And by Cypher, I mean LeBlanc. And then we're probably going to try and level up pretty quickly, because we know where to go for late game. So one way that you can ensure wins is to have a good front line, and also a number advantage, which we currently don't have. For Strategists, also, blue and purples are kind of what we're looking for. So they're a little bit higher on the board. And then we'll try and mix in probably a better front line. Do we want to grab Cypher? Yeah, I think we'll put Cypher Vi here, and then if I can get a Draven and a Gallia, I'll feel pretty good. Support items. So these are rare items that you can use. And they usually have pretty good traits. So these two are pretty tanky. The holder and adjacent allies gain 15% attack damage and ability power when the holder dies, stun all the enemies. Ooh, that's pretty good. Could be good for my front lines. Agents of Legion or Locket of Solari. Let's go for Spite. I feel like that stun will help it a lot, especially if I'm trying to build up a LeBlanc. Put that on Echo here in the front, and then we'll do a Stone Plate as well. So this is good in general, the Gargoyle Stone Plate. It's just a normal tank item. Let's sell this, sell that. We'll keep Senna for now, because she's a $3 value, but I might want to trade her out relatively soon. In fact, let's get her on the field, because Divin Corp will give us some attack damage on everybody on the team, and she'll be a little bit more damage than Jen over here. Let's see how this looks. This guy has a couple of silvers, so he's looking somewhat strong, but I have an advantage in terms of items. And it looks like that will definitely set up really well. Now, I don't think I've shown you guys LeBlanc in the past. What LeBlanc does is LeBlanc sends out an attack and continues to blow up opponents, but she has to build up her mana bar, right? So she builds up her ultimate, and then she starts just shelling down our opponents. Every time she casts, she adds 1 more sigil. So she'll go 7, 8, 9, 10. So the idea is to have a strong front line that can last a while and put items on her that build up mana. We find another strategist here, with Yuumi actually. Let's put Yuumi on the field, so we now have 3 strategists. Do I want to commit to this? Dynamo. Yeah, let's do it. Oh my god, I did math wrong. What was I thinking? What math was that? Hopefully I win anyways, we'll see. Yeah, it looks like this item right here, the spikes, pretty good actually. The holder and adjacent allies gain attack damage and ability power. So it makes my front line a little bit more durable. Let's see how the stun looks. How long does this thing last? Wow, that's pretty nice. Ooh, they did get a rapid fire Jinxo that is a level 3 unit that actually has the same thing that LeBlanc has, however, it's attack damage. So that's interesting. Okay, so we took some L's here. We do want to try and build things that make up mana. We can do it for a Shojin, we can grab blue buffs, and it looks like Shojin might be the call here. I'm gonna grab the sword. Good thing about the sword is I can throw it on Sinan too if I need to. For the moment, need to stay very focused on my goal here, which is to get to the late game with Cypher. So we're gonna try and rank up here and try to find Draven and Galio. They are blues, which are gonna be relatively hard to find. The most comfortable place that I'll find them is at level 7, and I'm currently at level 5. Varus Executioner. Let's go ahead and put this on the field, and I think we're gonna go ahead and sell that. Yeah. If I had grabbed that Rengar earlier, I could have grabbed this Varus and ran it, but currently I'm kind of locked into what I currently have. Let's throw our sword on Senna for now, just to get a little bit more damage, and then we're gonna put here in the middle. That way she gets her damage out, and then put LeBlanc in the back right, which is technically the safest spot. Technically. Okay. Front line continues to hold. Senna gets a little damage in. Senna, by the way, attacks for 43 physical damage to enemies adjacent to the target, and then fires a beam 2x beyond the current target, dealing physical damage to enemies hit. So it's a nice burst of damage. However, we are truly experiencing a loss streak right now. Gonna need to fix that relatively soon here. Let's see. Nothing in here that I want to buy. We'll stay over the 10 gold, keep our income up. I think ideally our best chance is to lose here and try to get our income up. But that would require us to lose 5 times. And I don't think I want to do that. Oh my god, double Rengar showing up. That's kind of nutty. That's really nutty. Should I be going Executioner? I think I'm gonna leave it for now. Let's go ahead and commit to level 6 by selling this Echo. There we go. And then grab these two so we get a better front line. I like the Yumi, but I can find one later on. Right now I'm just trying to do everything in my power to keep a front line strong enough to LeBlanc can build up. Need to really mitigate this damage coming my way. Ooh, he has a Draven and a Galio. Oh, he has Cypher already. Must have just gotten it too. Okay, I kind of want him to beat me. One, so he doesn't get Cypher stacks. So what Cypher does, they're intended to lose, and when they lose, they get stacks that build up for the late game, and that intel can be changed in for items, which is pretty cool. But obviously I don't want to give that to my teammates. And looks like he's going to get it, actually, as I slowly beat him. Hate to see it. Another Echo shows up. Okay, cool with me. Let's go ahead and play our PvE round, and then we're probably going to spend a little bit of cash monies in an attempt to try and get ourselves to that Draven or Galio. Let's go ahead and scout our opponents, make sure no one else is running it. So we just played against him. He has Cypher. Okay, so it's not being contested by anybody else, it looks like. What do we find here? Ooh, nice. Level 2 Echo's gonna be pretty big for us. Boombot, Vanguard, Exotech, Amp. Got a couple of items coming our way. Silas and Zyra. More AD items, however, we do have glitch things, and those will change over time. I'll sell these two so we get the 10 gold at least, because I am so poor at the moment. And we just find a Golden Ox Marksman Aphileos really early. I might need to play that. Do I give up on the LeBlanc Dream? We'll keep that here for now. And this guy actually really likes Shojin as well, if I remember correctly, to go for cast. Rage Blade's pretty good on him, and I think I want to build an IE, which I do have an IE already. Let's build that here. So, Golden Ox Marksman is interesting, because Aphileos really isn't the greatest unit in the world, but fighting him earlier gives me a chance to turn it into Golden Ox. And Golden Ox, whenever they will last hit a unit, they have a chance to drop some gold, and they also get stronger when you're rolling, which is something I'm intending to do relatively soon here. Wait, he has a Silas with Gauntlet? Gonna crush me? That's a golden unit? My gosh. Things have not been going my way so far. We did find a spatula, though. And we can build our own Golden Ox trait, if we would like. And I'm thinking I might want to go that route. Let's see here. Titanic Strength, Pandora's Items. Give 2 player health and 1 gold after every player combat. Your tactician also moves faster. Gain 15 gold now. Your team gains 1.25% of their max health as attack damage. And their health is ability power. Let's roll that. Up to 4 champions holding 2 items gain a recommended 3rd completed item. That sounds great. Let's pick that up. Okay, we also unlock another Golden Ox. Let's start trying to figure out how exactly we're going to make this work. Let's grab Shyvana. We're going to take this out, get rid of Poppy. So now we have 2 Golden Ox and 1 Divin Corp for a little bit of AD damage. Let's get a Rage Blade on top of this fella. So we should get a 3rd item here as well. And then we want to just grab a Golden Ox in general, I think, to try and start building this up. Let's do this Golden Ox here just for now. Okay. Gonna have to fix up our tech situation relatively soon. But we're looking okay. Let's go ahead and abandon this LeBlanc. And I am now in this weird position where I'm gonna try and make a composition out of this. Looks like he got a Hurricane for his 3rd item and a Warmog's over here. So suddenly we're looking a little bit stronger, and we get an additional gold. And with that gold, I'm actually going to sell this and go over $20. As I really want to fix my economy. We find another Golden Ox with our Bruiser Alistar. We'll put him on the field and he'll tank up. So now we have 4 Golden Ox. We'll sell the Shyvana. And things are starting to look a little bit up for us. In fact, let's go ahead and trade out this. Get Ross switched out. Ross will give my entire team a little bit of tankiness. And we can throw this on top of him here. We'll go ahead and slam a Shojin, because Shojin's always really good, and I actually have an Annie that will be coming later on that I can put that on, which will allow for her to cast some decent spells. So now with this Golden Ox emblem, I have the chance of building 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Golden Ox relatively soon, and they have a chance to drop loot as well. Now, the mechanic is over here on the far right, this tree that I'm looking at. Whenever I roll twice, I'll get 4 points towards that. And so essentially you want to try and tempo yourself out with your rolls, right? So knowing this, I'm probably going to go up to level 7 and attempt to start rolling down and then start getting this tree built up so we can build in power. And what that does is, if you spend 8 gold on rerolls or XP in a single turn, permanently increase their damage amp and the gold required for the next bonus. Rerolls count double towards gold spent. Okay, so right now we want to try and start finding some items that can be built into the late game. Ooh, can I have the Sejuani? Yes, I can. Sejuani is one of the best tanks in the game. So I probably will throw her on the field here and give her the Golden Ox or the Rost. And then we can start giving her the tanky items and maybe even get rid of this Echo, actually. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Is let's just Sejuani tank and keep Rost, actually, for the Divin Corp proc. We find a Cypher Slayer Zed, which would have been great to have early on for the Cypher that we built up, but it looks like this ship has already sailed. Let's go ahead and put this on the field. And then we're going to sell the Echo, even though he's a level 2. Put these items on top of Sejuani. And then we'll throw this Ross in the field. So now we have 2 Divin Corp, and as a remember, the more Divin Corps that we have, the better our situation looks. The bonus goes up to 100%. With Rost, we have tankiness for our entire team in the form of magic resist and armor. And then for Senna, we get a little bit of AD damage. And now my goal is to try and throw 2 items per a member on the field, so we can get a 3rd. Big stun coming in for Sejuani, showing how strong she can be. Aphileos can come back right. Ooh, this guy had the Annie I'm looking for. So pretty strong start for him. Damage looking okay for Aphileos. Let's try and get to this round, and then we'll build up towards that level 7. Remember, we're trying to stay over 50 gold and trying to play off that. Our HP right now is starting to dwindle, but it's not looking too bad. Is that a rapid fire Zeri? It sure is. Getting all the potential carries offered to us. Let's put the blue buff here and see what happens. I don't know if this will give a third item to Senna or not. If so, that'll be good to know, and I could consider just giving random components to people in general. Let's go ahead and roll once as well. Oh my god, Golden Ox Annie. Holy crap. That is a really good roll. Let's put this over here. Let's see what happens for Senna.
Light becomes hope.
Okay, so you do get a third item. Okay, so I will heavily consider putting a third item on the field for Annie here. See what they give her. So the thing about Annie is Annie wants to cast a total of 4 times, and when she does, she will drop a bear on the backfield. So you want to get her items to where she's casting as often as possible so she can control the back line with a bear, right? Okay, we find on the graves. Let's go ahead and grab that bad boy, and we are now in the PvE phase. And once we get to 7, we can start rolling down. We want to turn a lot of these individual units into units that we can put on the field, right? Okay, let's bring Senna over here. She'll help control anything that might come back here, so give these guys more time. There we go. All scraps given to us. We got a Darius. We don't really care about that. Don't care about that. Sell that for monies. Okay, we got Crick Gloves and a Giant's Belt. So in terms of taking this, we got a Thieves Glove. Ooh, a J4 offered to us. That's fantastic. That's another Golden Ox. We actually might just straight up go up to 7, take Senna off the board, and put Graves on the board, and now we have 6 Golden Ox. Huge. What a great spot for us to be in. Let's sell the Mordekaiser. We'll keep Senna because we want the Divin Corp later on. And now we're looking for potentially a Viego to take over for our Golden Ox Alistar. Or even I'm thinking maybe a Vex. Vex might be really good with Graves because of Executioner, right? So we got a Guard Breaker now applied here. Annie's showing away, and all of my Golden Ox now have a chance to drop some gold and some loot as well. Look at that Annie. There's that bear coming out. Okay, so some damage will connect with us. We're going to go into an augment here. We're hoping that we can fix that in the near future. Not going to spend my points here until this is zeroed out. It's all about setting a tempo. Okay, Bulky Buddies, Blazing Soul. Your champions hold an item gain 200 health and damage. Your highest attack speed champions gain 35 ability power and 35% attack speed. Repeat on another ally every 3 seconds. Allies that start combat next to exactly one other ally gain 300 health. Let's roll that and this. Gain a TrikSlyr and a Rage Blade, recurve bow, and a magnetic remover. That might be really good because of my airdrops. Ooh, let's do some gambles. We're already on Golden Ox. I'm down. Let's do it. Okay, so what this will do is Call to Chaos, gain a powerful and random item. We just got 3 Thieves Gloves. So now these go on frontliners in my opinion. We just toss these down, and these will give random items to our teammates. So now we have a board that's completely set up on items. Love to see it. We are then going to drop some points into our Golden Ox to hit our tree, which is increasing the damage of our teammates, obviously. So, nice. That will connect. Now our front line's looking a little bit stronger. And we don't really care what items are on here, right? These are essentially free items. What a great roll. And the gold is rolling in. We are printing money at the moment. Love to see it. Our front line might actually be too strong. I might want to get rid of this Rast. We're going to turn him into a level 2 here in a second. There we go. Wait, we have one more blue here. Let's pick that up. Oh, that may have been a dropped item from the loot. Cool. So we have what? 7% chance loot is a component currently brought down. That is so good for us. Let's go ahead and put a Warmogs on Ross just to make sure that we're holding this front line and he'll get another item. We'll grab this J4 because why not? And then the rest of our points are going to be going into rolling a couple times actually. Roll one more. We got our 20, and I'm gonna sell this J4 actually because I want to make sure that I'm staying on top of this, but also keeping my income up, right? Dude, look at this. Front line is looking really strong despite me only having a bunch of bronze characters. We got so much tempo with that pick and this random call to chaos that I might have to sit here and roll for a bit. I can go straight to 8 and go for late game. Okay, we're still in the bottom 4. At this point, we are looking for another tier because I want to put that on top of her, right? Please give this to me. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so now Annie's in a good spot to where she should be casting often. She has a tier of goddess. When I combine this, it'll turn to a blue buff, which will help her give her mana. But also, when she takes any takedowns, she'll get a little bit more damage as well. And then she has her Shojin. The third item since spawning is whatever the game thinks is going to be the best item for the third item, thanks to our binary airdrop. Love to see it. And don't forget, after 3 players are eliminated, we're going to get a lot of money too. So we continue to keep moving up. Let's drop some points. We're going to go ahead and roll twice here. See if anything I want. Not really. Hit that 24. Sell the Rost. And we're up. Blue buff now on top of our Annie. And now we're getting to a point where I literally just need more people to put on the board, which is a pretty good problem to have, if you ask me. Into our next battle. Currently, we have a 2-win streak, hoping to continue that. This guy still has my Annie. Ooh, and he has the little Blanc with a static shift. That's a pretty good item, actually. Okay. Cast coming forward, and you can see that when I get to a spot where my front line falls, that's where the Annie Bear comes in and tries to help out. His is looking a little bit better than mine. He does have 8 versus my 7, but I'm about to change that relatively soon. And I think I may want to pick up another Bastion to help give me a chance with my Sejuani being a bit tankier, right? Already have a level 2 set up. Let's go ahead and go up here. Let's grab Mordekaiser so we're not spending too much money. Let's get Mordekaiser on the field. So now we have the double bruiser, which Alistar is going to be helping out with for now. And I'm going to go ahead and just give them this just to make sure they have 3 items. So everyone on my team is going to be having 3 items. So sick. And then we want to roll a couple times here. Ooh, I want that Galleon. Just to make sure that we get to this. Ooh, Virus. Don't need that Thragis. Don't need that Sinna. Okay. X attack, Dynamo. Let's roll 2 more times. Ooh, another Sejuani. Great. Sell the Galio, actually. Okay, we sell him real quick to keep our money fine. We grab this other component item that comes in for us. We're actually going to switch out this Mordekaiser and put Sin on the field to get that Divin Court proc. Sell this fella, and then we'll put the Thieves' Glove on top of her as well. Let's see here. Let's start spending some points to get to 32. Here we go. LeBlanc, a little bit of cash. We'll see what we get offered to us. Remember, I'm just trying to stay alive here as best we can. Ooh, another blue buff. Found another Annie, which is good for us. And we also get a support item, Anvil. When the holder dies, the 4 highest % health allies gain a temporary completed item. That's so funny, because, like, I already have them on items. Every 4 seconds, grant a shield to the 2 lowest % health allies. That will keep them alive. Let's grab the Moonstone Reaver here. I think I'm actually going to run out of item slots with my Thieves' Gloves. I do have a Reforger, so I can probably get rid of 2 of them if I want to. Yeah, I might consider doing that. Because now I'm getting to a point where I need to put good items on people. And the Thieves' Gloves should probably be a little bit more focused, right? Okay, let's let our money start to accrue a little bit more. Don't need to go for the rule here. We're looking okay. Alistar holding it down. Now we kind of need to find something to provide a little bit more damage, and we also need to start rolling to try and get some of our characters leveled up, and we are at level 8, but we want to do that at level 9. Where are we at? 22 HP? We need people to be eliminated. Let's go ahead and reforge this. Get a Bramble. Let's reforge this. We got an IE. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull this off of here. Give you the IE. Give you the support item. Let's give you the Bramble. And then we'll give you the Thieves Gloves. And let's give you the Sunfire Cape. Just so we can stay alive a little bit longer, right? We'll grab another blue buff. And then we need to start probably rolling down just to fill out what we currently have, right? Front line's trying to hold better. Graves got some really good rolls there on the back line. Able to clean up quite well. Okay, let's grab that cash. Ooh, is that our item? Yeah, that was our item. We find another Rod of Ages. Dude, I think I'm gonna run a Vex, actually, and get rid of Rost. I do need to find it, though. Let's go ahead and commit to level 9 and start rolling down. We're at 36. Streep Demon Amp. We're not going to do too much with that. Anima Squad Vanguard. Anima Slayer. Let's get this Darius in the field just so we have another Bruiser for now. And we'll go ahead and give them these 2 items. Just so he has that 3rd item. Not an amazing setup for him, but that's alright. Okay, and then we really gotta start leveling up some people. We are definitely sitting on these bronzes way too long. These items are carrying us at the moment. Big splash of damage. Love to see it. Misfortune really cleaning out our front lines. Sejuani did get a stun off. Aphileos trying to cook. Ooh, we're down to 9. Okay. We gotta spin. We gotta roll. It's time. It is time. Oh, that's a Viego. We want that Viego for the Golden Ox. Or do we want the Vex? I want to go for the Vex. She gives me a tank item, which I think I need. And that will also give me a chance to get a little bit more AP on the field to help out. And then we need to roll down. I think the Viego wouldn't really help me out in terms of winning right now. Okay, here we go. Let's make some decisions real quick. There's an Annie, let's grab that. Let's get Vex in the field here. In place of the Darius, actually. Sell that. Money is starting to roll in. Let's get our blue buff on the field. Okay, and then we need to go to level 10. And then we desperately need to find something for the front line. Just anything for the front line. Viego. There it is. Let's put him on the front line. Let's give him this. And then we need to roll in an attempt to find level 2s. There we go. Got a level 2 coming in. And I think we're going to be okay. Let's see if we can turn this game around. Let's sell these. Hell yeah. Front line cooking. Vex putting out a lot of damage here. They do have a goal. Wait, that's a level 4 Silos though. That's kind of scary actually. Does he beat me? No! He just barely beats me. That's insane. Thanks for watching, guys. We got 3rd place. We probably should have rolled a little bit earlier, but that was a fun game.